Okay, guys, so we are in 2019, and even though we can still find really weird ideas about the world and how we experience it. One of them that is quite famous nowadays, even though we are in 2019, right? It's the Flat Earth Society. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but this is a group of people, a huge group of people that still thinks the Earth is flat, and they fight about it. They protect this idea with all their power, and they put their lives, they spend their time to actually work on this idea and spread it. And you will be easily find this all over social media. Just write Flat Earth Society, right? And you will find a huge group on social media of thousands and thousands of people who still think the Earth is flat, right? It's not. We know it's not. It's proven that it's not. But there is a huge amount of people that still thinks that the Earth is flat, still works to spread the message that the Earth is flat, and yeah, they still bring up this idea as if it is the truth. Okay? Now, why am I mentioning this? I'm mentioning this idea of the Flat Earth Society in 2019 because we can still find the same type of fictional ideas in dog training, even though it's proven that that's not the way to go. So, for instance, in dog training, we still find people, either civilians or professionals, that teach about dog training or animal training in general. And there is still some people, there is still a lot of people who will train dogs with aversive tools. And by aversive tools, I mean electronic collars, choke chains, prong collars, and all other type of tools and approaches that are basically made to either make the dog fearful or make the dog feel pain as a result for some type of behavior. Now, we can find several studies where it has been proven that such type of approach, such type of tools do not actually change the behavior, they suppress behavior. So, for instance, a dog who is fearful of other dogs, right? And you choose to use an electronic shock collar, and the way that you should use this, to actually have some impact, is that every time the dog will bark to other dog as a fearful response, you will provide a shock to the dog, and the dog will feel pain, and it will be a punitive consequence for barking, and eventually he will stop to bark. Now, going again to the function of the behavior of barking. The dog barks to increase distance from other dog because he's afraid of the other dog, right? By punishing this behavior, you are not changing the fear that the dog has for other dogs. You are simply punishing the behavior so the dog will stop to do it, so he will stop to bark, but he will still feel afraid. Plus the fact that instead of only being afraid of other dogs, the dog will be afraid of getting a shock. And the dog will be afraid of the person, the human, that is providing this punishment. So instead of helping the dog, you are actually making the dog even more stressed and fearful and just not able to deal with the situation in any way. And as a result of this kind of experience, many dogs will enter in a syndrome that is called as learned helplessness. And this is when a dog does not have means to escape a punitive situation over and over again, and they will just give up and enter in a kind of depression. So again, we are in 2019, right? Many studies were done, many studies are being done, and there are many proofs that the best way to help a dog is through positive training. And even though there are people that are still not doing it, there are people that they still believe that the way to go is to actually punish the dog. Just in the same way as we know that the heart is not flat, right? We know the heart is not flat. It has been proven a long time ago. But we can find a huge group of people who still defends this idea, even though it's nonsense. So, thank you for watching. I know this was a bit longer than the usual, but I think it was important to mention all these facts. And let me know if you have any questions or comments, and thank you for watching. Catch you next time.